If you love music, then do more than just listen. Connor's Music.
Hello, welcome to John Connors live from Connors Music in Keswick, Ontario, Canada. If you're watching it live, it's 8:31 Eastern Time. And if you are watching live, make sure you throw your comments in the thread, say hi, ask your questions. If you're watching this afterwards, say you found it on the Facebook feed, or you are watching it on our Twitch channel, or you're watching it on our YouTube channel afterwards, feel free to comment, but I apologize, you won't get a live response. Right? I think I've said this before, but I like to remind people. So for example, Jess says, "Hi John, how are your kids liking school so far?" So the way my schedule works, I'm here late at night, so I haven't gotten like full reports, but the little inklings I've got in between, they seem to be doing fairly well and enjoying all their new situations. So I've got like one kid who started college yesterday, which was very exciting. And my daughter started into the high school, like they do a grade 7 through 12 at the high school here in Keswick. So anyways, a lot of exciting things for them and lots of good feedback. So thank you, Jess, for that question. And I hope your September is going well. I did sort of write in the description, this is sort of like a back to routine show. Like we did some different things over the summer, but we're getting back to the, first and third, me chatting with you, you chatting with me, playing some songs and chatting about some gear. And good evening. Thanks, Gary, for saying good evening. And I see there's lots of other eyeballs out there, but you haven't said hi. So make sure you say hi. I want to quickly take you through the gear that I'm going to use tonight. I'm going to do a song, and then I'm going to introduce our special guest. There you go. So there's the itinerary for tonight's event. In the description, I mentioned that we're using the Cort KX300 etched guitar, which is right there. She's a beaut. Not a brand new model from Cort, but brand new to Connors Music. We'd never had it in stock. Not this exact one. We've had KX models in stock. This is the first time we've had that one. AJ says, "Guess where I'm going Saturday?" And it's funny, his profile pic here, I would think, oh, maybe he's going to see a Montreal Canadiens game. Of course, they haven't started yet. But I know, in fact, you're likely going to see the Argos and the Alouettes play at BMO Field. What an exciting season they've been having. So I bet that's where you're going. You can let me know in the comments if I got it right there. So I also put in the description for tonight's live stream that I was going to plug in through a Boss Katana Mini, which I've done. So this is, okay, I've got it connected to it. This is a Katana Mini. It's nice and small. This one is the white model. It just arrived. We have one in stock and one in our lesson room. I plugged it in today through a device called the AV Direct Box. So this means I can take like a fancy cable, like a 1/8 inch to RCA, like I used to use, because this is an 1/8 inch record out, into the RCA and then connect it using XLR, which has created a super clean, non-noisy, and easy to connect to most PA systems setup. So I'm really happy with that. I did a quick test and it's nice and clean sounding. And I think that's what you'll hear tonight. And then the controls on the amp come right through. And then, of course, we're connected through our interface. Tonight I'm using the Revelator IO24. That's been my go-to for a while now. And my microphone is a Shure SM58. And the last little bit of gear, I'm going to just say it now, and then that way you can ask questions throughout the show. I'm using these picks today because I thought if I'm using a Boss Mini amp, maybe I should use a Boss pick. So these are available in a 12-pack here at Connors Music. And that's on our website, I believe, as well as in store, of course. And AJ says, "You are correct." So enjoy that game. I went to see the Argos and the Calgary Stampeders game during the X. What a great time. So I know you'll have a great time. The vibe is amazing. Everyone's super excited about the Argos. Chad Kelly just signed the contract. Anyways, I could go on and turn this back into a sports show. And let's put it this way. I think if the Argos go to the Grey Cup, when the Argos go to the Grey Cup, we'll do an Argos show more thematically driven. And I think AJ will make sure he gets in on that. And Gary, of course, go Leafs, go. All right, let's do a song. So one of the cool things about this Cort KX300, we got some awesome looking red and black EMG pickups, which are nice and hot sounding. I've got the delay turned on and a little bit of gain, but nothing crazy yet. I say yet because maybe we'll get a little crazier as the show goes along here. All right, here we go. I want you to see it. There we go.
Desperate for changing, starving for truth, closer to where I started, chasing after you, and falling even more in love with you, getting none of all I've held on to. I'm standing here until you make me move. I'm hanging by a moment here with you. Forgetting all I'm lacking, completely incomplete. I'll take your invitation, and you take all of me. I'm falling even more in love with you, letting go of all I've held on to. I'm standing here until you make me move. I'm hanging by a moment here with you. I'm living for the only thing I know. I'm running and not quite sure where to go. I don't know what I'm diving into. I'm hanging by a moment here with you. There's nothing else to lose. There's nothing else to find. There's nothing in the world that could change my mind. There is nothing else. There is nothing else. There is nothing else. I'm falling even more in love with you, letting go of all I've held on to. I'm standing here until you make me move. I'm hanging by a moment here with you. I'm living for the only thing I know. I'm running and not quite sure where to go. I don't know what I'm diving into. I'm hanging by a moment here with you.
There we go. Whew. And you know what I didn't mean to do, but it worked out okay. I was on the bridge pickup that whole time. I was going to go more here. A little more thick sounding. Or there. But kind of worked okay. So anyways, you got 3 pickup options. You can either go neck pickup, center with both, or bridge. And you heard the sound differences there. Okay, let's get to some comments and then get to our special guest. All right, so Jess says, you should be on American Idol or The Voice show. You have a great voice, Jess. Thanks so much for that comment. That's so sweet. You never know. I wouldn't count that kind of stuff out. Maybe I'd do a contest someday or something. That'd be fun. I'm thinking to bet on the Grey Cup if the Argos make it. That for again and a great tune. Awesome. Thank you. You can bet or just enjoy sports. You don't have to mix money into it. But if you do, just do it responsibly. And Curtis, thank you for this. Sounds mint. So a nice little combination of the Cort, and you see the finish here. It's like really sweet. You feel this finish, like it's a deep grain. It's like touching barn board. It's kind of cool. Anyways, okay. So sounds mint, and I'm going to say looks mint. All right. So as far as our special guest goes, it was added late because we got the fortunate opportunity for the schedule to open up just for tonight, or maybe again in the future. You never know. But it opened up where we could bring in this guest because they're available. So please welcome to the live stream, Brother Joe.
Brother Joe,
how's it going, Brother Joe?
How we doing?
Good. Oh, it's funny. I said Brother Joe because that's what you put in as your name, like specifically, but I didn't actually put the name showing. So like I knew this, but nobody would know that. Here, let me see if we can add the name.
Well, it's nice because I quickly identified myself to you, so that way you'd remember who I was.
Oh, look.
The little people when you make it on American Idol.
What's that?
I said you'll remember the little people like Brother Joe when you make it on American Idol.
Yeah, there we go. So I've added the names now, so everyone knows. See?
So Brother Joe with an exclamation mark, no less.
Well, you put the exclamation.
I know. I know what I did. I did it.
I know what I did.
I wanted to point out that not the KX300, but rather the KX1Q. This bad boy has been my go-to stage Cort KX guitar for quite some time, and I had a Cort KX before that. The Canadiana decals, that's we'll call that extra custom in there. But I'm definitely a longtime fan of the Cort KX model.
I'm gonna make it bigger so people can see. That's a beautiful guitar, Joe.
It is my stage axe for years, and extra Canadiana through and through. So I loved when I came back into the shop and saw the unveiling of the new Cort. And I was like, oh, it's nice to see back in there. I love the bridge assembly. It's so comfortable.
Yeah.
On that guitar. So that's really cool. Nice you're able to showcase that today. I'm laughing because I know this happens to me, but I don't really feel like I have eyebrows on the screen.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're long eyebrows.
If you can see my eyebrows, you can see when is Joe using his eyebrows, you'll know.
And like I'm shocked we haven't gotten a comment from AJ about your t-shirt yet. Like,
I know, go Argos.
He must have like turned away for a second.
He saw the exclamation mark and he's like, he's yelling, I run away.
Good news, Gary says he sees your eyebrows.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he watches like on a 4K 52-inch.
You have to have really good internet and a really good screen.
Team Canada basketball team is moving on to semifinals.
Yeah, that's always good news. I've heard good news there.
Sports updates via AJ.
Always. Thank you, AJ, for the sports. So yeah, Cort is an amazing guitar. The KX series, really love it. Glad you're able to feature that today, John.
So thank you for that, Joe. You've got some cool stuff over there, though. So you've come to us remote from your teaching location.
This is the Joe Connors teaching studio. This was a COVID innovation that has carried on. And one of the favorite things I love teaching in this space is bands and ensembles. I'm able to take a larger group of people, pair them up into a band, and give them that band group experience in a way where they can kind of spread their wings a little bit. And one of my favorite things to teach is definitely the opportunity to teach bands and groups.
And great to bring that up because like all year long we teach and all year long we have new students, but obviously September when you're getting back into your routines and so there's obviously a heightened awareness of getting back into educating yourselves or taking on something new. And music lessons obviously is something that we'd love to see people learning. And so we're ready for you to call us or sign up or
you want to do it like that. Call now today. 905-476-3712. You too can be proficient at music.
Right. So or go to connorsmusic.ca and sign up now. Don't delay.
Right. No, it is definitely that time of year. I always find there's a couple of key times where the great puzzle, as we've come to call it, gets tossed up in the air. Students are changing their times. They're accommodating things. And especially those that want to school students who want to advance their music, maybe even beyond what is offered at their school. That's a big thing. Those that are pursuing music more seriously want to supplement the awesome programming they're already getting. So if you're in an advanced music program, you might want to supplement that. If your school doesn't have as much funding to provide as much music, this might be the way to do that. So we see a lot of that at this time of year. And as I said, I'm just coming stoked off of a day of some really cool aha moments with some of my bands. So I love it. As a teacher, as an instructor, when the light bulb goes off and you have one of those great musical moments, I had to stop at the end of the lesson to point out that I had goosebumps with how well these guys played. So shout out
as an award-winning instructor, right?
Oh, well, yes, I suppose. Yeah, quite.
Humble Joe didn't bring it up. Here, change your name to Humble Joe. Didn't bring it up, but how many? Three times in a row. Reader's Choice Award winner for Teacher of the Year in this area, right? Music teacher in the
yes.
Humble Joe.
Yes.
I can't change my name because I'm the host, right? So I can't mess with it. John Connors Live needs John Connors, but I love that Humble Bro Joe. So good.
It's been a lot of fun. One of the favorite things, as well as being, I suppose, a proud multi-instrumentalist, gives me the ability to share the wacky, weird, and fun world of eccentric music instruments. And the drum set behind you is reminding you of Step Brothers there, AJ. So this is the Tama Superstar Classic. This particular drum kit I have named Gertie, aka Big Red. Big Red goes on the big gigs with me when I want to make a lot of boom sounds, when I want the neighbors to be complaining. So that's Big Red. Thank you for pointing out my Superstar Classic maples in Deep Red Sparkle. Thank you, AJ. Always fun to talk drums.
There you go. But what do you have prepared for us tonight, Joe?
Well, I thought in the land of weird and wacky and portable is the banjolele. Shaboof. So this is like you take the best of both worlds. You're like, I really like banjo, I really like ukulele. Well, why not sport the banjolele or the banjo uke? This would be the Aloha banjo uke style that we can get through Connor's music. I've appreciated and played and even guested on, I believe, the live stream or on our socials with the Gold Tone Little Gem, which is an excellent banjo uke.
We have in stock.
Amazing. Mwah! I love it. But yeah, anything that gets you playing and making music, always a good day. And I thought I had a really fun arrangement. And this was one of those aha songs today, was Sweet City Woman by the Stampeders. Was not originally made for the banjo uke, but it does a very good job of playing that.
I'm going to get out of the way and let you do the song then. Here you go, Joe.
All right, so take it away, me. Mwah. Say ba ba bum 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 bum. Say bum bum bum. Say bum bum bum. Say ba ba bum bum bum. So long ma, so long pa, so long neighbors and friends. Like the country morning, all smothered in dew. Oh, she's got a way to make a man feel shiny and new. And she's singing the evening, old familiar tunes. And sweet city woman. I can see your face, I can hear your voice, I can almost touch you. Sweet, sweet city woman. And the banjo near, we got a feel for singing. Sweet, sweet city woman. Oh, my sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Oh, sweet, sweet city woman. She's my sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Everybody is sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Sweet, 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 sweet city woman.
Nicely done. Big applause. And I was doing this in the background, Joe.
Nice. I love it. I love it.
And Derek says, "Way to go, Humble Joe."
Humble
This
bro.
moniker might stick, bro.
Humble bro Joe. Just saying. Yeah. No, that was a lot of fun. And as I said, had one of those aha moments tonight. So that shout out goes to Rick, to Bruce, and to Bill. And that was we were jamming that out today, and that just stellar.
Encore.
Encore.
Do you have something else prepped that you could jump into? We're getting encore request
I
here.
think so. I think I could. I was wondering if you were gonna go for the Margaritaville. I didn't know if you were gonna do it tonight.
No.
Yeah,
you're gonna do it.
Yeah, well, I'll do just enough, right?
Okay, sounds good.
More importantly, so Jimmy Buffett passed on to the great gig in the sky this week. I say this loosely, I guess, just flippantly. Yeah, Jimmy Buffett passed on. But we want to take a moment. You know, there's lots of great musicians that unfortunately at some point have to depart to the great gig in the sky. Jimmy Buffett has joined those folk.
Maybe this is like a thought I had, that because there was such a great era of music, like he was still fairly young, right? But they're getting on that era of music. Like we lost Gordon Lightfoot earlier this year, and he was 79.
I'm just gonna say, not a spring chicken.
Not a spring chicken. And so, 79, again, not old, but they're getting into those years where, the inevitable is there. So I think we got to brace ourselves for this. Because there was such a great era of music that now those people are hitting those latter years of their lives. So just get ready for it. And as musicians, of course, we want to honor those musicians. And we've done Gordon Lightfoot tributes, and next chance we get, we want to recognize the band.
Robbie Robertson
passed, but this past weekend we were playing a gig up in Aurelia and bombarded with requests for Jimmy Buffett songs. So
play Jimmy Buffett. And it's like, okay, we'll see what we can do.
I was going to do the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald again, but all right, we'll do Margaritaville.
List. But we did. I have to give you a lot of credit there, John, because I know often when we're playing a gig and we're called upon to be the human jukebox team to pull a request out of the derriere. Often, that's not necessarily I'll say it's not necessarily your favorite moment.
No.
And you took that plunge. You took the walk off the plank, if you will.
So, the pirate pun. So, and I'll have to give you credit, Joe, for pushing me out of my comfort zone all these years, so that's now part of my growing comfort zone is, being ready for the on the fly requests. So you musicians getting out there, be prepared that things aren't going to go as planned, and make sure you listen to the great voices around you, like I've had with Joe and Dave and the musicians we've gotten to play with over the years. So
Yeah, there's definitely. It was funny. We had a surprise visit last night from near and dear to our hearts, Tim Gittins, and one of the comments, just an incredible drummer. He's been definitely through and about Connor's music many times, and we always love when he pays a visit. But one of the things immediately we're talking about for growing musicians, playing, the art of playing together. And that we don't do it enough, and that we learn so much from it. And there's so much more in those little moments of ensemble work or live work. So anyway, that's back to me wearing the teacher hat for a sec.
Well, and it's good because AJ also said speech, and I think you've now covered that. Yeah. All right. So let's give him a little Margaritaville there, or whatever you're gonna do. Hey, Humble Bro Joe Connors on location from his teaching.
Oh, by the way, I am sporting a Gold Tone GME 4. This is an electric mandolin with 4 strings that lets you have all the joy of playing mandolin, but all the fun of an electric guitar. Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake, all of the tourists covered with oil. I'm strumming my 4-string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. D7 and then G, wasting away again in Margaritaville. Searching for my lost shaker of salt. Yes, I am. Well, some people claim there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. Don't know the reason, stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. But it's a real beauty, Mexican cutie. How it got here, well, I haven't got a clue. I really haven't got a clue. You see, wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for a mile, I'll shake her soul. Some people claim there's a woman to blame. Now I think it could be my fault. Blew out my flip-flop, stepped on a pop-top, but then to cruise my way on back home. But there's blues in the fender, I always do that, and soon it will render a frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my shaker of soul. Some people claim there's a woman to blame, but I know that it could be my fault. Some people claim there's a woman to blame, but I know that it's nobody's fault.
Nicely done. Is there like a cricket?
Oh, yes, there is a cricket. Because I'm out in the wilderness. I'm at an undisclosed remote location.
That's what I put in the little comment. Like, get ready for our guest coming from
who knows where.
Who knows where? But I'm like, wow, that cricket, that's a loud cricket.
Yeah, he kind of helps me keep time.
Very good. Steve gives you some applause there. Curtis asked for cheeseburger in paradise. And Joe Connors Buffett. Great job.
Thank you. I'm trying to do Jimmy some justice.
Very cool. Joe, thanks so much for joining us and showing off those cool instruments that I don't know how to play.
The GM.
Maybe I should sign up for lessons so I can learn how to play the electric mandolin, eh?
Well, I'll trade you that for piano/melodica lessons. How about that?
Hey, all right, let's chat about it. That would sound great. It's, you know what? Keep learning something new keeps you young.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
When I try to learn something new every day, that's why I look so young. That's the secret. Does Joe know the song called Alberta Bound?
I do know of Alberta Bound.
And AJ asked for it a couple weeks ago, and I said I'd learn it, but I didn't learn it for tonight. But I will
soon, because John is learning still, so he will add that to his list
all the time. So I kind of relearned this next song, and I wanted to show something off that would show off the heavier parts of this amp. So I'm going to thank Joe and let you sign off for the night. And we're going to rock out for one more tune here and then call it a night on John Connors Live. Thanks, Joe. And anytime, I think the comments speak for themselves. Anytime you get a couple of cancellations, that opens up a window that you can come in on the show, let me know, and we'll bring you in. Or if you come here, we could set up a fancy setup to do that too.
'Twas an absolute hoot. Thank you.
There we go. All right. Thanks again, Joe.
Cheers.
All right. Okay. So one more tune. Thanks again, guys, for all your comments. If you have any questions about the gear or any other comments you want to throw at Joe, he'll see these after. He's going to review the tapes. I know he will. Then go ahead and throw them in there. Or I can ask him. And if you have questions for me, throw them at me. So this next song, I taught some students how to play this tune many, many moons ago. And I just had the right tone for when I cranked up the amp a little bit here. That's kind of a nice sound, right? I've got a little delay on, as I said. You can hear it trail. But I thought that was the right fit for this next tune. So here we go.
I took a walk around the world to ease my troubled mind. I left my body lying somewhere in the sands of time. I watched the world flow through the dark side of the moon. I feel there's nothing I can do. I watched the world flow through the dark side of the moon. After all, I knew it had to be something to do with you. I really don't mind what happens now and then, as long as you be my friend at the end. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive, then well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side, my superhuman, my kryptonite. Yeah! You call me strong, you call me weak, but there's deep inside with me. You took for granted all the times I never let you down. You stumbled in and bumped your head. If not for me, then you'd be dead. If not for me, then you'd back on solid ground. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? If I go by my side with my superhuman, my kryptonite. Yeah! If I go crazy, then you still call me Superman. If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side, my superhuman, my kryptonite. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side, my superhuman, my kryptonite. Yeah!
Woo! All right. There we go. That was a fun one. Okay. Let's catch up on the comments here. Thanks, guys, for this. I really appreciate this. So Gary says, yeah, John. Love the rock on. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Dan. Sounds good. I appreciate that. Joe, once again, thank you for coming on and making tonight a very fun night. And Gary said, this is the side of John Connors I love rocking out too. I love all styles of music that have melodies. Okay, I'll let you chew on that one for the week. Thanks, Darcy. You know, next time we get together, that'd be great. Before you end the stream tonight, can you play a Stone song for me? Not tonight, AJ, just because we're like way over time already, and I've got commitments after this tonight. But we'll get back into Rolling Stones. We'll get Alberta Bound in here. Don't worry, just keep tuning in. First and third Wednesdays of the month. And Dan, thanks for the thumbs up, and thanks for these wonderful comments, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and enjoying John Connors Live. I enjoy hanging out with you guys every first and third Wednesday of the month. So we'll see you again, whether you're watching on Facebook, our Connors Music Facebook page, YouTube channel, or Twitch. Thanks again, and have a great night. Stay well.